Woody Harrelson is an American actor and producer. In movies he feels like in his native element. The celebrity is talented in any genre, be it comedy, drama, thriller, or sci-fi. Now he is one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood. Childhood and youth. Woodrow Tracy Harrelson was born in Midland, Texas, in the summer of 1961. Parents Charles Harrelson and Diane Lou Oswald separated after the birth of their third son. The future actor at the time was 3 years old. The boy had two brothers, Jordan and Brett. After the family broke up, Diane had to put 3 children on their feet alone, but Woody is grateful to his mother that he did not hear a single bad word about his father. At age 11, Woody heard on the radio about the trial of a certain man, a total namesake of his father. Charles Harrelson was tried for the murder of a county judge. The investigation established that Charles was an assassin for hire. The man had previously served time for a similar crime. This time Charles received 2 life sentences. The inmate subsequently wanted to escape from the Atlanta jail, but the attempt was unsuccessful. This only resulted in the offender being transferred to a higher security prison in Colorado. He died in a prison cell at the age of 68. Mom didn't tell her sons the truth. They learned about their father from the press. The 11-year-old Woody suffered severe mental trauma, which affected his psyche later in life. Anyway, Harrelson often visited his father in prison and treated him with respect because he considered him a well-read and educated man. Diane was an extremely religious woman. She regularly went to church and raised her sons in the spirit of Christianity. In an interview, Harrelson once said that in his youth he spent a lot of time studying the Bible. But soon he began to wonder whether God really talks with people through Scripture. At a certain point, the teenager came to the conclusion that it was nothing more than a way to manipulate people. Teachers complained about the boy's conflicted nature, and Woody changed schools. He shocked adults by dancing in the driveway, planted a bed of cannabis seeds, and staged cab races. In the late 1960s, Harrelson moved with his mother and brothers to Ohio. The boy was in high school, became interested in woodcarving, and worked part-time at Kings Island Amusement Park as a messenger and handyman, giving his earnings to his mother. After high school, the young man attended Hanover College in Indiana, where he studied English and theology. There he became interested in the art of the stage and for the first time went to the stage. Woody soon realized that the stage is his element. The student transferred to the course of acting and in 1983 received a bachelor's degree in theater and English. Movies. When Harrelson, who had performed on the theatrical stage, received the offer to join the staff of the fashion television series Cheers, he was surprised, as previously had no experience on the set. Nevertheless, for 8 seasons, from 1985 to 1993, the actor was an integral part of the sitcom. Thanks to including Woody, multi-series movie included in the list of the 50 best TV series of all time. In 1986, Harrelson appeared in the American Farrelly Brothers comedy Kingpin. Viewers saw the actor in the form of a passionate bowler, Roy Munson. Partners with Woody on the set were Randy Quaid and Bill Murray, and in the occasional roles involved well-known professional players Mark Roth and Randy Pedersen. In 1993, the actor appeared on screen in the title role in the film Indecent Proposal in company with Demi Moore. Initially, the female character was offered to Julia Roberts, but the actress refused. The film, with a budget of $38 million, grossed more than $266 million in cinemas. The role of a rich man who buys a night out with Diane for $1 million was played by Robert Redford. After the release of the picture, one of his fans decided to repeat his move and send a check for $1 million, making an appointment. According to Redford, he declined. The next successful role was followed a year later, in 1994, released in hire of the thriller Natural Born Killers, directed by Oliver Stone. One of the co-authors of the script acted yet unknown Quentin Tarantino. After watching the film, the inadequate fans went to kill people, all under the impression of the film at least 8 murders were committed. Stone and the film company were sued. They were accused of inciting teenagers to crime and even involvement in murder. All of Hollywood eagerly awaited the results of the trial, as a guilty verdict would have affected the entire film industry, but the charges were dropped. For the comedy drama The People vs. Larry Flynt, Harrelson received Oscar and Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor, and the picture itself won the Golden Bear at the Berlin Film Festival. Larry Flynt's on-screen brother Jimmy was played by Woody's real-life brother, Brett Harrelson. The stripper Althea Flynt was embodied by Courtney Love, who made her living as a young stripper in real life. Love came to the audition intoxicated, so regular drug tests during filming were written into her contract. Forced sobriety helped the actress to overcome addiction. Courtney got so used to the role, during scenes in the prison, a female officer took the actress for a prisoner and put her in handcuffs. In 2008, Woody had a chance to work on one set with Will Smith in preparation for the film 7 Pounds. In 2009, the comedy horror film Zombieland was released. Shooting lasted only 42 days and could have ended earlier, but Harrelson was detained for 24 hours for possession of marijuana. The scene from the film where Woody's character wipes his tears with money became a popular meme. The film adaptation of Susan Collins' dystopia The Hunger Games is popular among young people, in which Woody played the role of the drunkard mentor Haymitch Abernathy. Preparation for this film was serious for most of the cast. The performers practiced archery, rock climbing, yoga, and martial arts. In May 2013, the detective thriller Now You See Me by French director Louis Leterrier premiered. The main characters in the film were played by Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Ruffalo, and Harrelson. With a budget of $75 million, box office receipts exceeded $343 million. A separate place in Woody's creative biography took the first season of the neo-noir thriller True Detective. His colleague on the set was Matthew McConaughey. Together they created a perfect pair of detectives. Also in the series played Alexandra Daddario, who got the bright role of Lisa Trinetti. In this project, Harrelson acted not only as an actor, but also as an executive producer. In 2017, the drama 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri was released, which on a budget of $15 million grossed $160 million in theaters worldwide. The film won the Screen Actors Guild Awards, the Golden Globes, BAFTA. Harrelson was nominated for an Oscar, but did not receive one, unlike fellow actors Frances McDormand and Sam Rockwell. In 2018, Woody appeared in the superhero film Venom. The actor admitted that he was very nervous and did not feel confident, so he could not fully reveal himself in his role. Continuation of the adventures of zombie hunters called Zombieland Double Tap also proved successful at the box office. Box office receipts of nearly $123 million with a budget of $42 million. Harrelson himself performed the soundtrack for the end credits, Burning Love by Elvis Presley. In 2021, the filmography of the actor added the second part of the sci-fi thriller Venom, Let There Be Carnage. In this project, the role of the villain and psychopath Cletus Cassidy, which performs Woody, became one of the main. His colleagues on the set remained Tom Hardy and Michelle Williams. A lot of work was done on the character of Cletus and his symbiote Carnage. The budget of the film is 8 times the cost of the first part and amounted to $800 million, which means that the project turned out to be more ambitious and spectacular. Social position. Woody is an active member of society and does not avoid the opportunity to openly and officially express his own opinion. The actor promotes vegetarianism. Harrelson does not eat food of animal origin and calls to abandon the use of fur, leather, and other materials for which animals are killed. He was one of the 20 most popular vegan stars, and in 2011, he became a model for a postage stamp. The actor is involved in various promotions like the $1 Million Vegan Campaign. He has also joined the animal rights organization PETA in an effort to ban pig rodeos in Texas. As an environmental activist, Harrelson has participated many times in festivals and protests, and to draw attention to the UN Children's Fund, he played soccer for the rest of the world team and even scored the decisive goal at Manchester's Old Trafford Stadium. Harrelson has anarchist political views. The film star does not support political parties, but is a supporter of the Truth About 9/11 movement, which insists on investigating the tragic events of September 11, 2001. On the star's Instagram pages, posts and photos often appear expressing the artist's opinion on political events in the country and the world. Personal life. Woody did not differ model appearance in his youth. Nevertheless, he is a very charming and charismatic man and has never had any problems in his personal life. Officially, Harrelson married twice. In 1985, the artist promptly married Nancy Simon, the daughter of American playwright Neil Simon. Soon after the wedding, the young people filed for divorce, but, according to local laws, they could dissolve the union only 10 months later. After the divorce, Woody had short affairs with colleagues on the set, met with Juliette Lewis and Glenn Close. But to bind themselves with family ties, he was in no hurry, despite the hints of uncertainty of his sexual orientation. The man has not forgotten the bitter experience of his first marriage. In 1987, the actor fell in love with his assistant Laura Louie. The spouses lived in a civil marriage and gave birth to 3 daughters, Denise Montana, Zoe Giordano, and Makani Ravello. 2 years after Makani was born, Woody and his common-law wife married and had their wedding on Catholic Christmas Day 2008. Harrelson adores his daughters, calling them the 3 goddesses. The family lives in a villa in Hawaii. Woody Harrelson now. In the spring of 2023, the miniseries The White House Plumbers was released on the screens, where Woody Harrelson together with Justin Theroux performed the main roles. The biographical drama is based on the novel by Ejel Krog. The plot revolves around the presidency of Richard Nixon. 2 operatives played by Harrelson and Theroux, who also executive produced the film, must assess the work of the government apparatus to identify leaks of information, because national security issues are at stake. The film reveals from an unexpected angle the story of the Watergate scandal, which ended with the resignation of the country's president.